This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Greetings and welcome to your Thursday.
Afternoon, Swanee.
To give you an idea of where I'm at today, I texted my friend this morning. I said, Happy Thursday. And then I nearly unsent it
Why?
because I wasn't 100% sure that it was Thursday.
You just made me doubt myself.
I know. It's so easy to do. 13 24 10, give me a call. I've made some room in my bum bag, Jack.
Well, this is good because usually when we're on air and I ask you to reveal what's in your bum bag, you can't.
Yeah.
But today,
Well, now
can we?
Okay,
great.
I can
because
have a look at my streamlined key situation.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Excuse me, is that an Apple tag you have?
Yes, it is.
That is very 2024 for Chaotic
Well, because
Chrissy.
you know I'm about to kick off my hot old lady Euro summer.
Yeah.
And I thought, God knows I need something to keep track of my stuff. So I've purchased that. Look how streamlined that is. I will show you the keys that I took off my key ring. Okay, I'm going to reveal it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I took that many
ridiculous.
keys. I've been carrying around them for years. And can I tell you, I do not know what a single one of those keys open. And yet I've been carrying them for years. I have no idea what they are. How many keys have you got on your key ring that you do not know what they open?
Have we done a count of yours or should we do that in the songs?
I'll do it in the songs.
Okay, great.
I'll reveal the number.
We've got a big show ahead for you. After 3 o'clock, the fantastic Dean Lewis will be joining us live in the studio for the first time.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I've cleared out some space in my belly bag. And wow, I realised that at least 40% of the real estate around my waist was taken up by a huge wad of keys.
What else was in there? Run us through what else was in there.
I've minimised them.
Swanee, I'm so proud of you for even getting an Apple AirTag. Like, you've come a long way from when we first met.
And you know, I mean, I can take you through it later, but they are very miraculous to
Set up?
Yes.
Yeah, it's exciting.
What the hell?
I know, because it just detects your phone.
There's no battery in them.
Right?
You don't have to recharge.
Do you know
anyway,
what
we can talk about this later, yes.
We should all have, like, them in our cars to track if our car would ever be stolen. But
That
then I
is
wonder whether the battery would go flat.
No, there's no battery in them.
I don't get that.
You can't charge them. Anyway, we digress.
We digress.
I have absolutely minimised my keys. You can see an Apple thing, a really nice little keychain, one key for my front door, and then my car key of me Toyota hybrid.
Yeah.
Right?
You can tell
Minimised.
you live in a compound because that house key is a big key, Swanee. That must be a big
Correct.
door.
It is. Well, it's just a normal door. But anyway, this is what I took off.
Shameful.
So shameful. I do not know what any of them open. Mel, how many keys were on your key ring when you minimised?
I had about 10 keys. Half of them I didn't know what they were for. I think they were for previous houses, previous jobs.
Yes.
But I culled and got rid of them. Now I've got 4 and I've got an AirTag as well, which is great.
I mean, look at us, Mel. Look at us in the modern world. It is a miracle.
Everything's a lot lighter, and I had a lot of, token key rings that, you put on your key ring if someone goes overseas, brings you back a key ring, but, they were looking tacky, so had to get rid of them as well. So
How good does it feel? I've got 2 on here that look like locker keys. I mean, they might have been on there since the 80s.
They're probably
Who
from
knows?
high school, Swanee.
I know. Tony, how many were on your keychain when you removed them because you didn't know what they opened?
Hi, guys. Well, it's not so much me, it's my daughter. I've learnt my lesson, but I look at hers and it is crazy. There's probably 6 keys, which is okay, but it's the bling that goes with it. It's a gym workout picking up her keys.
What's your take on keyring bling, Tony? Because if I'm honest, I think it's a little bogan.
I do too.
Yeah.
And it's really no good for your ignition block. That's how I learnt my lesson when I was younger.
Yes, I have heard that too. The weight of it is bad.
Yeah.
Jack showed me his key ring in the song, and of course, absolute minimalism. It is just his car key. That's it.
There is no key ring. There's just the car key. And then for my apartment key, that just stays separate because it just looks ugly. Like, I feel like a woman named Jenny going around with everything jingling. And that noise does my head in.
Or like a prison warden.
Yes.
I quite like that, though. Justine, how many keys were on your keychain?
Okay, well, it got to the point where I had a girlfriend that used to key shame me. She'd go, what the? Yep. And there was an intervention.
Really?
There was an intervention. She sat with me and she, what's this for? What's it? And I, probably 3/4. I had no idea. Little ones, big ones.
Yes.
But I never wanted to get rid of them just in case I came across something that needed unlocking. And one of those keys had been the keys.
How many do you think there were that she got?
20.
That's
Yeah.
20.
ridiculous.
Justine,
Yeah.
that is outrageous, but it makes me feel a
I
lot
know.
better because there's 9. There's 9 on my key ring that I mean, what do I do? Can I take them somewhere to get recycled? Because I do not need them.
But you might need them. I wonder if you will miss them.
No, I won't.
Let's really quickly finish with Carol. And Carolyn, I think you're the record here.
Carolyn, what is going on your keychain?
Well, I culled before I moved house, Chrissy, and then when I moved in, the new owners, or the old owners, gave me a whole bunch of keys that I still to this day don't know what they're for. There's deadlocks and bolts and everything going on.
Give us a number, Carolyn. Give us a number.
There's 20.
Oh, my God. Carolyn, we need to stage an intervention.
I know.
It's like people with text, Swanee. I feel like you are all the kind of people that have like 100 unopened messages.
25,000.
No!
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Download the free Priceline Pharmacy app and skip the prescription queue. With its handy pre-order function, order your script and they'll message you when it's ready.
Visit priceline.com.au for more details about the Priceline app. The Chrissy Swan Show.
It's Thursday and that means...
Swan's sweeping statements.
I got a biggie. 13 24 10. Give us a call with your most unpopular opinion. I actually floated this with the kids last night while I was making I was making the most unbelievable I Feel It sandwich.
Stop. Thank you for your carbonara last night, by the way. It was beautiful.
This brings us to my sweeping statement.
Oh.
Because last night, so Wednesday night was steak sandwiches at my place. Highly recommend the Turkish rolls from Baker's Delight for that purpose.
Chef's kiss.
The night before was, of course, rigatoni carbonara, my world famous. And I brought in the excess for you because I always make enough for 35,000 people. And I was whipping up the dinner last night and I said, tomorrow, guys, we're going to be doing sweeping statements, unpopular opinions. And I've got one and I want to know what's your most unpopular opinion? Anyway, they didn't look up from their phones, but...
So interested in what Mum does for work.
I kept on talking. I said, my unpopular opinion, thank you for not asking, is that despite what all my chefy friends say, despite what all my food appreciation friends say, I think still the best carbonara has cream in it.
Now, who have you broached this subject with out of people I know? Like, have you and Matt Preston had this conversation?
Everybody, Jack. So recently-ish, within the last 5 years, carbonara went from being a cream-based dish to just very good grated parmesan and egg yolks.
Yes, yep.
Right? And that was it. And, cracked pepper and whatever. But there was no cream. And I tried it. I did. And I understand it's authentico. But honestly, for me, cream is essential in a carbonara and I will die on this hill.
This is so funny. So last night, my housemate said, do you reckon Chrissy's made this with cream? And I was like, no, she wouldn't. Like, that would be blasphemy. There's no way. He goes, I think there's cream. I'm like, no, there's not. She would never. And I really stood up for you. And I regret it.
Can I tell you, there is so much cream in my carbonara. But I also put in egg yolk, so a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, and it was delicious, was it not?
It was beautiful, and I reckon most people would secretly agree with you, Swanee.
I think so too.
My sweeping statement is that drink bottles are strictly an out-of-home product.
What do you mean?
So I've been trying to use the beautiful Frank Green bottle that I was gifted at home, right? Because I'm like, you know
Magical.
what? Takes away the dishwashing. I can pour the soda stream straight in there. But it just feels wrong. Like sitting on the couch with a drink bottle feels wrong. I feel like it's for like gym, sport activities and work. I don't think you should sit at home with a drink bottle or have a drink bottle next to your bed. It's just not right.
Yeah, it's not very chic for you,
No,
is it?
no, I want my Crosno glass.
Of course you do.
13, 24, 10. What is your sweeping statement, aka your unpopular opinion? Jump on the line. We'll gift you a Priceline pharmacy voucher, and we hopefully won't judge you.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I've offended every food snob in the world with my...
Swan's sweeping statements.
Because my sweeping statement today was that carbonara is better with cream in it.
I mean, food is meant to taste good, Swanee, and if that's what tastes better, I'm with you.
I feel so naughty saying it.
I do want to get Matt Preston in, though, to have a go at you about it.
Oh, we're taking your calls. Rhiannon, hello.
Hello.
What is your sweeping statement, my darling?
Mine's another one that will upset the foodies. It's acai bowl is overrated. I cannot get on board with the puree base.
Amen, Rhiannon. Last night, Leo said to me, he's 15, I think, from memory. Anyway, he said, Mum, what do you know about acai? And I said, yeah, I know about acai. I said, I'm not a fan. I don't like it either, Rhiannon. And he was shook. He loves it.
Yeah, I can't get on board. It's a big epidemic at the moment, but it's not it.
Rhiannon, can you do a smoothie, like a fruit smoothie, or not even
Love
that?
a smoothie, but not an acai bowl. I don't know what it is. It's
Well,
yuck.
because smoothies are supposed to be in a big cup and drunk with a straw, not with a spoon.
I see, I love
An
an
acai
acai bowl.
bowl is like baby food.
Yuck. No, I agree with you. I absolutely agree.
Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Rhiannon.
Katie, hello.
Hi.
Yours is very controversial.
Yeah, I know.
Give it to us, baby. We're sitting down.
I like winter more than summer.
Look, there are a breed of you. I've got 2 kids at home that prefer winter to summer. I'll never understand it.
Katie, tell us why.
Well, I like the outfits more.
You like the outfits more. I get that.
Same.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Jack, do you think now is a good opportunity for you to divulge to all the beautiful Chrissy Swan Show listeners
Oh, no, what?
your self-diagnosed seasonal affectation disorder?
My seasonal depression?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got it.
Have you been clinically diagnosed with that? Or
Pretty much.
nah?
And the cure is to go to Europe every July.
Particularly if your parents are paying.
You know, I haven't had a birthday present for a few years.
You are-
Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Katie.
Gail, hello.
Hi, how are you, Chrissy?
Good, darling. I just
Good,
love
thanks.
you. I don't know a single bad Gail in the whole world.
Oh, thank you. Every time I hear them talk about Oprah's Gail, I think, are they talking about me? No.
And do you spell your name the same way as that Gail? Gayle?
Gayle, yes.
Yeah. All right. Hit us with your sweeping statement, Gailey.
Okay, there's going to be a lot of people from ethnic companies that aren't going to like me, but things
Wow.
like veal and baby goats and rabbits and those little guinea fowl chicky things should be banned from sale. Totally banned from sale.
Specifically baby things?
Yeah, like veal and baby goats and things. I'm totally against it.
What about
things that haven't had a life.
What about God, I'm talking a lot about my kids today, but everybody's mentioning the specific things that they have been talking about recently. My Peg will not eat veal. And I asked her, I'm like, why won't you eat veal? And she goes, it's a baby. You don't eat a baby.
Yeah, but it tastes good. And, that's just the circle of life, baby.
No, my grandmother grew up on a farm, and she said when she realised how old they were when they, killed them, she said that put her off them forever. And she was a real old, she was like 1930s, like farm lady.
She's a real old farm lady.
Gail, you are fantastic. Swanee, let's finish with Lisa.
I do feel uncomfortable about that too.
Not one bit.
Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good,
Good.
darling. What is your sweeping statement?
that L-platers should not be allowed to drive during peak hour traffic.
Oh, Lisa, how are they ever going to get their practice at people beeping at them and cutting them off?
I know, they just drive me nuts during that time.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
I mean, look, a little bit of a Taylor Swift update here. I've got a couple of things. One, her boyfriend wants to move into television after his sports career.
Has he gone out and said that publicly again?
Yeah, he said it.
Oh, Trav, stop, mate. We get it.
I mean, look, I understand manifestation and you've got to say it or it won't happen. I get that. Secondly, Maddie Healy is officially engaged. Now, what is going on with people moving on very quickly from previous relationships?
That is fast.
He was in a relationship with Taylor Swift, and I thank him for breaking her heart, because what an album Tortured Poets Department is. But he's officially moved on, engaged.
I'm kind of happy for him, though, because it would have been rough going through listening to an album about you being a douchebag, essentially. So at least he's found happiness.
How do you spell rebound? And Taylor Swift, this is the headline, has been seen wiping a giant booger on her ears to a costume during the Scottish concert that left her
so
frozen.
big.
Now, here's the thing. I understand this. My nose runs whenever it drops a couple of degrees, so I get this. And what a trooper. She's got this massive icicle of booger coming out, and she makes out like it ain't no big thing.
It was big, though. It was a big thing. I remember in primary school, that's probably one of my most traumatic memories, is when you have a sneeze and the big ball of snot comes out in front of your friends. There's not, and I wasn't old enough to know how to blow it.
And what about when your eyes meet their eyes and you don't know that you've got a face full of booger and they do?
Getting sweats.
The secondhand shame. Chase Crawford, which is one of the most American names I've ever heard in my life.
Such a jock.
Such a jock. He is famous from teen drama Gossip Girl. He has sat down for an interview and has said the following.
Have you ever hooken up with a co-star?
God. I would say those things are inevitable. When you're in your 20s, people would probably think it's these sexy scenes. That's the worst part of it. It's 60 people watching. It's the downtime. You're on set for 12, 14 hours a day. And usually there's some pretty interesting different people from all walks of life. The danger is if you connect right away with sense of humor. For me, I'm ooh, I gotta watch out.
You know who they say he's talking about?
Who?
Liz Hurley.
Of course, because his character Nate was with Diana.
Yes.
Hey, they would be a hot match.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking at the cast from Gossip Girl. Blake Lively, Leighton Meester, Penn Badgley. What an absolute hit after hit.
It was the best show, Swanee. I still go back years after and watch it. It was so good. And it's on Netflix.
Can I get you to replay that grab again? And then when I say stop, stop. And just listen to the interviewer completely bastardizing the past tense of to hook up.
Have you ever hooken up with
What? Have you ever hooken up?
Be better.
Stop it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Well, yesterday we were talking about good news, bad news.
Yeah.
The good news is that tomorrow is Friday.
That's true.
The bad news is I just got an email from my son's school saying tomorrow's a curriculum day for the boys.
Oh, gross.
And that means they're at home underfoot, making mess.
Can't they go to a train station and hang out and tag and stuff? Isn't that what they do?
That's what I'll do. I'll get them to wear a crossbody bag and earn some money on the platforms. We've got a bum bag to give away.
And Swanee, inside that bum bag is a family pass to Despicable Me 4. Gru and the Minions are back for a new adventure. Don't miss Despicable Me 4, only in cinemas June 21st.
You have not been able to say that once properly.
Ever!
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away this bum bag, please.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Oh, Kayla, hello.
Hi.
Kayla, would you happen to have been named after one of the major characters on, I want to say Days of Our Lives or one of those shows, were you?
Oh, I don't know. Possibly. I don't know if I'm old enough.
What year were you born?
96.
Yeah, I reckon you are. I reckon you could be named after Kayla. You got Kayla and Pat were one of the great love stories. Anyway, I digress. Hello, Samantha.
Hello.
You own a dance studio. Are you a mean bean like Abby Lee Miller?
Definitely not.
Have you seen that show, Dance Moms?
I actually have. It's been played in our house for many years. Yes.
Samantha, could you believe how mean she was to those gorgeous little girls?
Brilliant.
It's pretty shocking.
Shocking. Anyway, we digress. One of you is going to win a bum bag, and tucked inside the bum bag today is a family pass to go and see the brand new Despicable Me film. What's it called? Gru and the Minions?
Don't make me do it again. Gru and the Minions are back for Despicable Me 4, only in cinemas June 20.
All right, girls, your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins. Question number 1. Taylor Swift was seen wiping what onto one of her... Yes,
Taylor.
Sam?
Oh, a frozen snot?
Yes, a frozen booger.
1 point to you, Sam. Question number 2.
Prisoner of Azkaban is the third instalment of which popular
Kayla.
film? Yes, Kayla?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, you being born in 96 would have been all over that.
Honestly, yeah, love it.
Do you see yourself as a bit of like Hermione? That was you, wasn't it, Kayla?
Oh, yes, absolutely thrived. I would love to be her.
I know. Question number 3. Can you believe it was a year ago today that Billie Eilish released this song?
Kayla.
I'll get to you, Kayla, but I just want to enjoy this a bit.
Start crying, Swanee. Cry.
Can I tell you, I've got goosebumps all up my neck and my biceps. Like, it's a visceral reaction.
I can see them. Okay, Kayla, tell us what it's called.
Kayla, what's it called?
Oh, I don't know. I'm having a blank.
Oh, well, you buzzed in, mate.
I know. I'm embarrassed.
Samantha?
Don't be embarrassed.
No, my girl went to a concert, but no.
It's called What Was I Made For from the Barbie movie.
Question number 4, it's 1 apiece.
If I asked for SNS or gel, where would I be?
Kayla. In a nail salon.
Yes, Kayla?
Oh, yeah, in a nail parlour salon.
Correct.
Question 5 for the win, Kayla.
The braided cotton part of a candle that holds the flame.
Kayla.
Oh, that was neck and neck. Kayla?
Kayla, I think Kayla just got in there.
The wick?
It is the wick.
Yay.
It is the wick.
Oh my
Kayla,
God.
you have got the bum bag and
Yay.
the family pass to
Yay,
go to the
thank
movies.
you.
Well done, darling.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
What a thrill to welcome to the studio Dean Lewis.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Tour announced, new album announced.
It's all happening. Yeah, it's very stressful and exciting, but yeah, the reaction's been great.
I have been so excited to meet you because there is no sadder music in the world than that which comes out of Dean Lewis.
Yeah, it's a bit of a meme at the moment. I know, but the thing is, the songs that are, the more emotional they are, the more they connect. So like, and I've tried to do happy songs, they just suck. They just suck. They just suck.
When we knew that you were coming in, I said to Jack, the one thing I would ask Dean Lewis is this. Because I've seen you on socials and you've amassed something like 7 million followers or something across the platform.
Right, across it all.
And I was surprised to see what a vibe you are, IRL.
Right.
Like, you're really, like, up and positive, and yet your songs are so heart-wrenching.
Yeah, I feel like I would be probably more successful if I, like, played it, like, cool and mysterious, but I'm just a bit goofy with all my stuff, and I try not to hide it all, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I just post... I think I'm quite a happy guy, but the songs are sad, and it's kind of a... I mean, my fans love it. They love me posting stuff, and I try not to take it too seriously and try to not always be selling something. I like to sort of post a bit of personality.
Dean, who hurt you? Who hurt you?
Well, you know what?
Show us on the doll with a bad...
You know, the funny thing is, though, you can write... Like, I wrote my whole second album about one relationship that didn't work out. Like, you know, and You can kind of go on about one thing for a while, and then eventually you got to kind of swap over.
Or not. I mean, Taylor Swift has made a very, very big career out of just that.
On your new album, The Epilogue, say whilst you were in the writing process, how do you go writing sad music if you're having a good day or if you're feeling happy that particular week? Is it hard to go to that place?
Yeah, no, I think it's easier because when you're really sad, you're sort of like, oh, I don't want to do anything. But when you're feeling good, you can sit there and you kind of like just think back to the memories and stuff. And it's like when I'm playing live, I'm just saying I'm doing Be Alright. I'm not thinking about that anymore. You just kind of, I feel like you need to be in a good place to write. You know what I mean? Maybe in the idea generation, if I'm sitting at home, I'll get out the guitar if I'm feeling a little bit sad and get the idea down. But when it comes to the actual writing, I'm usually in a pretty good headspace, yeah.
Talking about your tour coming up and tying it back to Taylor Swift, who is my queen and saviour. When she toured, she's still touring the Eras Tour, everywhere she went, she sort of handpicked the support acts.
Right.
Is that fun for you? Are you doing that as well?
Yeah. Where that's, I mean, I have a good choice in it all, and we've had very good supports. Like actually, on the last tour, I had David Kushner open for me.
Yeah,
the Kush, and ever since then, he's had goddamn. You know what's funny? Also Noah Khan opened for me years ago, and it's funny. It's like if you open for me, they usually get like 10 times bigger than me, which is kind of cool. Which I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? I'm like, which is fine. But we've had a really good run of like great openers who have done great things. We've also had a bunch of Australians on as well, and we're going to get an Aussie on for this one as well. We're going to announce them pretty soon. We're just working all the details out. But yeah, I try to choose people who are great, who I think have a real, who are just I really like and like their vibe. So yeah,
me and Jack are available, and we do a pretty good version of how do I? Don't you worry
Get you
about
on early.
that.
Get you on nice and early before doors.
Yes.
Speaking of that song, How Do I Say Goodbye?
Yeah.
Swanee and I always love when we're in the middle of the show and How Do I Say Goodbye pops up, but it's the Tiesto remix.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And we want to know,
it's on radio.
How do you feel about that being played instead of the original?
Because it's like, oh my God, this guy's dad is dying and we're all getting dressed.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. The fact that my dad was fine, and hilariously, on the YouTube video, the music video, everyone watched it, but right at the end, it says my dad's doing good, and then the YouTube ads covered the text. So no one actually knows. So for me, to talk about that song is great because my dad's coming on stage with me now, and he loves it a bit too much. Like he's trying to find out when I'm touring. He's come up. He's legit like, come up and play if you want me to. And we did it in London again. So it's fine because he's great.
It's the equivalent of people having funerals when they're still alive and well. He knows how much you mean to him, and there's nothing wrong with him.
Oh no, totally. No, he's just had a great time with that one, and he's all good. But at the time when I wrote it, he was in really bad shape, genuinely. But he got a stem cell transplant and saved his life. But that's great, so I don't care. Play it as much as you want.
Now that we know that it's a positive ending, I feel like it's nice that Tiesto's coming to spice it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. He gets it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Dean Lewis has agreed to stick around. Thank you, Dean.
I tried to lead. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you did, but we frog marched you back in here, and we've changed you down. Now, I was surprised to realise that your debut single, which we chatted about earlier this week, Waves, was released in 2016.
Yeah, the end of 2016. Crazy. It's been 7 years of just, from that moment, I had lived with my nan, I had nothing, I put that song out, and then the last 7 years, I've just been on the road.
I was going to ask you, Dean Lewis, 10 years ago,
yeah,
could you have ever imagined this success?
No, actually, I just got to Australia last week, and I was driving past my neighborhood where I grew up, and I was looking at all these bars, and it's a bit weird to say, but I was getting emotional about thinking back to if I only knew that, because I was struggling hard back then, I didn't really have a place, I didn't really know what I was doing, to think, 10 years later, you've done all this stuff. It's taking it all in now is definitely really cool.
And you seem so grateful for it and normal. I think that's what struck me about you on your socials.
Tell you what it is. I got signed at 27. So most artists get their third album out at 27. So I started so late that I'd lived such a normal life.
Yeah, or Justin Bieber and Britney Spears would have had about 13 by that stage.
Right, exactly. And I just had I was a normal guy, and I just had all the normal things happen to me, and things weren't working out. And then so I lived my whole life like that.
Let's go back to 2016 when you first got to know Dean Lewis. Would you like to play a round of Stump Chrissy with me based on the hits of 2016?
Let's do it.
Stump Chrissy.
So, Dean, Chrissy Swan is an oracle of music. Like, her music knowledge is nuts.
An oracle. I love it.
An
he
oracle.
keeps saying this, and then I get nothing right every time we play
setting you
this
up.
competition.
He's setting you up.
So what I'm going to do is play the first couple of seconds of a song. Now, all of these songs are from 2016 when Waves was released.
Yep.
And I need you to buzz in with your name and give me the title and artist the minute you know it, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty,
Ready.
game face is ready, guys. Song number 1.
Oh. That's really short.
I'll give you a little bit more.
Oh,
I got no idea.
Drake.
Yes.
I like your Hotline. No, it's not Hotline Bling. It's Oh my god, I love it. Way.
It's all you because I don't know any of Drake's music.
What's it called?
One Dance.
One Dance. Oh, okay. God damn. That was 2016. Damn.
It's a
2016.
great tune. Why don't you do a
I should do a cover.
collab with him?
Yeah.
Alrighty, 1 point to Swanee. Song number 2.
Oh. Hello, Adele.
Yes.
Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Oh, well done.
Great song. I mean, that's an iconic intro.
Iconic.
It's absolutely iconic.
I mean, would you ever do a residency?
Oh yeah, but no one would come.
Why?
Dean
No,
Lewis,
okay, no.
they
Oh yeah,
would.
me in Las Vegas. I mean, they're gonna be like an Australian. Who are you? But that's
No,
nice.
everyone that's really sad as well that needs to listen to some deep and meaningful lyrics
Yes.
with a bottle of red wine
That's
after a
right.
And
breakup.
excuse me, Kylie Minogue is an Australian, and she's done
Is she
a
doing-
residency.
Yeah, and so did who was that other boy? That boy band, that
Oh,
great boy band,
Human Nature.
Human Nature. They kill it over there in
They
Vegas.
do.
I love it. All right.
Yep. Oh yes.
Never
1
say
point
never.
each.
Okay.
Song number 3.
Oh, 7 Years, Lucas Graham. Absolute classic. Classic song. I was listening to the radio a lot in 2016.
You were.
It's a great song. Years old. Mama told
it's
me.
so sad.
It's a really sad
I
song.
mean, you guys would just get drunk and weep in the corner together.
I met him a year ago in Copenhagen, and he gave me his number. And I texted him. I'm like, "Hey man, nice to meet you." He never replied.
Oh, dog.
Nice guy. No. No. But also, he's probably busy. You know what I mean? But absolute legend.
Well, no, he's probably just in bed and can't get out of it because he's so sad.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Song number 4.
Chrissy, Rihanna.
Is that Rihanna?
Yeah, this is what you came for.
Yes.
Lightning. Hey, fun fact. Who wrote this?
Who?
Strikes every time she moves.
See ya?
Dean Lewis.
Ryan Tedder.
No, not Lucas Graham or whatever his name is. She's looking at.
Who is
My
that?
Queen and Saviour Taylor Swift wrote this song.
No way.
Did
really?
she?
Yes.
Holy. Wow.
Yes, she did.
Well,
Alrighty.
she's a talent. She's an absolute talent.
Song number 5.
Lord.
For the win, it's a draw, guys.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
oh Lord.
Shawn Mendes. What's the song? Stitches.
Stitches.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Let's
won.
go. I am the Oracle.
It's
Well
another
done,
great
Dean Lewis.
song. God, 2016 was a great year in music.
Wasn't
I had no
it?
idea.
Great year.
Everyone go and pre-order and save Dean's new album, The Epilogue. It drops on October 18. That feels like so far away.
It's a long way away, but we wanted to get it all out and just get everything ready to roll.
Yeah, great.
so-
And also, make sure you grab tickets to his tour, the Epilogue World Tour. They go on sale Friday, June 14. Visit deanlewismusic.com because I feel like that's an easier website
Yeah,
for
you're
everyone.
a great guy.
No,
You're a
literally.
great guy. I'm thrilled to have met you.
Thank you so much for having me, and just great to meet you finally after all these years.
Awesome.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
First.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Now, what is going on with J-Lo and Ben Affleck? The plot thickens, Jack.
I think it's time we just release a statement, Bennifer.
Oh, God, I just feel so sad for them because, you know, they just would have thought... I mean, look, it's not over. I'm sort of, you know...
No, it's done.
You reckon it is?
Yeah, I read it. I mean, take this with a grain of salt. I read a Daily Mail article this morning that said exclusive, Ben Affleck is an alcoholic again. And I mean, if anyone's going to drive you to alcoholism, it's Jennifer Lopez.
What? Is he back? Is he back
According
on
to
it?
the Daily Mail. Anyway, sorry, tell me your story.
Oh, no. Anyway, they have both attended the graduation of Ben and Jennifer Garner's son, Samuel.
Yep.
He graduated primary school. It's so cute the way that they go on about all that sort of
I
stuff.
loved my grade 6 graduation.
It's so sweet, isn't
They're
it?
so fun.
Anyway, they've arrived separately. They haven't even talked. They haven't even, like, embraced it. They're married. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so they're done. If they've stayed separate. Also, like, would Jennifer Lopez be close to Sam? Because that's Jennifer Garner's son. I guess she's the stepmom.
Well, yeah, it's And then also, when you've got a blended family, from what I can gather, everyone's very close to each other. And like Jennifer Lopez's kids are about the same age as Ben's kids, and maybe they all want to be at the graduation together.
all
It's
mates.
a real tricky situation. But I feel sad because they would have been so full of hope and joy and love and excitement a few years ago when they got married, and now...
And then he had to spend 3 years with her.
Now it's dead. Hey, I saw a snippet on Instagram last night. I think the most magnificent voice ever is Michael McDonald from Doobie Brothers. And I played this to my kids last night, and Kit, who's the most musical of all of them, was like, oh my God, like, where does that voice come from? It is so magical. Look him up. He's brilliant.
And Peg was like, Mum, put Jojo Siwa back on.
Exactly. She was like, "Karma is a bitch, Mom." Anyway, Jimmy Fallon is obviously also a massive fan, and he lived his dreams. He had Michael McDonald on his show, and they sang together. Please enjoy Taking It to the Streets. Taking it to the streets.
World famous roots, y'all.
Wow.
Michael McDonald, Paul Reiser, everybody.
Are you jealous?
I'm so jealous, and I know what it feels like to sing with your heroes, because do you remember, Jack, we were working together, and one of my favourite Australian performers is Glenn Shorrock from Little River Band.
Yes.
And he came in, and I got to sing this with him. In the dark, walking through the park and reminiscing, and I wept through the whole thing, and I knew the words better than he did.
You did, that's right. Poor Glenn.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.